I went vegan for a pretty weird reason. So not the reason, but the cause why I even thought about, veganism in the first place. I found I found a channel on YouTube that talks about weird stuff like third eye and you know, about meditation, about so that person himself, he's a bit weird, and then he brings up the 7 day vegan challenge in every single video, no matter if it's related or not. He just brings it up like 7 day vegan challenge, it will solve half of your problem. So after 2 3 weeks like that, I thought, what if that's right? Like, what if there is really more behind like healthy eating than just healthy eating? Like, what if it really changes more than just, what if it's more than just a diet? Because that's what I thought about veganism before, that it's just a kind of diet. But because he mentioned it in every video, and like in where you think at the start, like he can't connect that somehow. That's impossible. Brings it up 7 day vegan challenge. So I thought I do that. Spontaneous. And that was basically it. Well, I decided that I remember that it was a Tuesday, so I didn't wait for a start of the new week or whatever, or for the first of a new month. I decided on Tuesday that from Wednesday a week I will only eat plants. Um, and that was it. There was no animal rescue reason. There was no. All of that came later. But the idea of to even try that out was really by accident. It wasn't. It wasn't because I loved animals that much, or I just didn't. That time I didn't make the connection that I made within the 7 days. So starting on Wednesday, and just me alone. So I decided I do that alone. I told my husband that I'm doing that now, and told him, I remember that. That was funny. I said to him, "Don't think that I'm crazy, and I don't want to do that forever, but I want to try a 7 day vegan thing." And it was weird that I already, when I told him, apologized for being like silly for 7 days only eating plants. But yes, I let him know, and I asked him if he would want to do that too, and he said, "No, like, let's do it, but I don't want to do it with you right now." And I think the only reason that I was a few steps ahead. I mean, altogether I was 5 days ahead. So 5 days after I started, he said he wants to do that to the 1 week. So I told him, and I went to the supermarket and bought. I don't know. I think chickpeas, definitely. I think I bought lots of beans, and I think that was it. Potatoes. Yeah, I had no idea. So that was how this whole thing started. So it was Wednesday, and I remember I had porridge, right, with water. And I think I had a pear and it, or blueberries, or like shit healthy. God, my healthiest week as a vegan. um, yeah. And on Wednesday I also made weird food, like complete just. I mean, that was vegetable diet that I did. There wasn't even I just didn't know anything. I just thought if it's a vegetable, it's okay. So day one was, and then on day two I remember I said I can't do that. So I will do it a week, but I can't see myself doing that for longer than this week. I remember I said I would miss cheese and I would miss eggs and cottage cheese, and I listed all of the things where I thought they are healthy and stuff. So the change came, but I said I want to do the whole week. I will do that because I know I can't die. I just probably lose a lot of weight because I never ate that healthy ever, like a whole week, never before. I didn't eat unhealthy before, but from what I know now, I never ate that healthy ever before. But I hate to not be able to finish something that I want to start. So I knew that I would do the week, but after the week I would probably stay vegetarian. But I mean, if I want to eat chicken or fish, then I eat chicken or fish. So I was. It was really in that time was still the 7 day vegan challenge. It was about doing something for a week that I have to prove to myself that I can do that. And I knew that it would be healthy for me, and also I wanted to try it. What all of the people are talking about a glow. I wanted to glow. So, on day 4, so on Saturday, on the weekend, I don't remember why I watched that much TV, YouTube stuff. Maybe the weather was just bad. I really don't remember, but I went online and I found Gary Yourofsky. I found that vegan speech that, is very important to see. I mean, for me it was. I went online and got the information that I didn't have before. So what I did the first 3 days was eating plants, but not really knowing why I should not eat more than plants. So for the first 3 days I had that idea of it is a diet in that way of you have to you can't eat certain things even if they would be good for you. Like diets are normally stupid like this. You can't eat bananas. But you can eat pork. Anyway, so I thought about veganism in the wrong way. I didn't know what it really was. I didn't think it was. I knew that it was eating plants, but I didn't know what I learned and heard in all of the videos that I watched on the weekend. Day 4 and 5, I spent basically on the couch watching one YouTube video after the other, like one documentary after the other, and oh god, that was it. That was it. The very first documentary or film, whatever I watched, was 101 Reasons to Go Vegan. And I mean, I was convinced. After the video, I was stunned, but it was still in my head that, isn't it extreme? Like, isn't it extreme? I agree with everything you say and everything I heard, and I know that I understand that killing is, but isn't it extreme? And then I watched Gary Yourofsky speech, like any, all the same anyway. The difference between the two speeches was that the Gary Yourofsky speech was very clear, like straight out, like this is what it is, and I can do more with that kind of information. So after that speech, I didn't question anymore if it was maybe extreme or not. I think that was the worst day for me, like guilt wise. I thought, how, like why, and then how and why, like why, like, and that was it. After that, it was, even if it was day 4 and I didn't even finish the week, I knew, I understood what's it's not a diet. It's not even a diet. It's way more than that. And I didn't know that before. I didn't have the information. I didn't basically I knew nothing about it. So the idea and my point of view that I had about veganism, I don't even know where it came from because I knew nothing about it. Of course, I knew that time too that meat in the package was alive at some point, but it didn't mean anything. I didn't see how. Yeah, I noticed I react way more to. I think everyone does, not just I react more. It is. It counts more when you see it and not when you hear it. When somebody tells you, well, and then we kill the pig, and then we hang it upside down, and before we kill the, what, it just doesn't. Words don't mean anything when they are either not related to you, or you know, when there is. It's just words. It's words that you know and you can spell, hopefully. But that's it. It doesn't mean anything. Something in the brain, somehow, there is that huge protection to not, as long as you don't see the truth, like it's not there. And as soon as you see it, it never goes away. I don't think that will ever go away. Yeah, that's why I went vegan. I went on that 7-day vegan challenge because I wanted to have tried something out that I couldn't believe how everybody talks about. That whole glow and green and super healthy, and I just couldn't believe that would work on me too. I thought, nah. So I had to try it, just to convince myself. And then what happened on that weekend was, it was extreme. But if I wouldn't have heard that 7-day vegan challenge as it was almost like a commercial or a song that you hear, a new song from a singer or a band that you don't even like, and you hear it the first time and it sounds like shit, and then you hear it 15 times a day, 10 days in a row, and then you think it's your favorite song. And it was the same with that 7-day vegan challenge. It was because I heard it every day, every video, and then I watched a few videos in a row, and so you watch 5 videos, takes 2 hours, and you hear 7-day vegan challenge and why and what and how 5 times in the 2 hours. And I think that is very, very good. How he promotes that, I mean, it works. It worked for me. Otherwise, I wouldn't even care about vegan. I would think it's those hippies and they eat carrots and they hate food and they don't know what's good and I don't know. I always knew that it is healthy, definitely. I mean, if everyone says eat your salad and eat your vegetables, and vegans just only eat that, and then you add oh god, I mean, food-wise, I have never eaten that good food, and that's funny too, because that was exactly what I heard in those YouTube videos, and I thought, well, then you just can't cook. If you have never, how can something without bacon be better than with bacon? That's what or cheese, and the vegetarian thing made sense to me. Like, yeah, okay, say no to meat, but you still have cheese. And only a person who does not watch the videos I have watched or does not research the way it suits them best, only a person who doesn't do that would say vegetarian is an option, because it isn't. It's not the last stop, it's a transition thing or whatever for the people who need it, great. But it should not be the last. But anyway, I would not be vegan if that person wouldn't almost stress it in every video that much. So it really works, and it's a very good idea. So that's why I'm vegan. I'm vegan because somebody likes to talk about the 7-day vegan challenge in videos that have nothing to do with food. And he's right. It solves it. It's not a diet, and that's also why it doesn't only solve diet problems. You know, it's more than that. It's way more than that. It's a whole complete. I believe about myself, definitely I can say that, and also my husband. If you go vegan, I think you are a different person. The way how you think changes in such an extreme way, in a good extreme way, that I think about myself that I'm not the same person that I was when I ate meat and everything. Yeah, that's it. Bye bye.